Good morning/afternoon/evening, everyone. Today, I want to talk about something that has the power to shape your future, transform your mindset, and elevate your life. And that is education. But not the kind that stops when you walk out of a classroom, not the kind that ends when you get a degree. No, I'm talking about the kind of education that happens every single day. The kind you give yourself. Because here's the truth. Life doesn't come with a manual, but you can write your own. And the way you do that is by learning, by growing, by staying curious. The world is changing faster than ever. What you knew yesterday might not be enough tomorrow. So the question is, how are you preparing yourself? What are you doing today to become better than you were yesterday? Learning isn't just about books and exams. It's about experiences. It's about listening. It's about asking questions, even when you're scared of the answers. It's about challenging yourself to step out of your comfort zone and expand your mind, your heart, and your vision. Education is often seen as something that happens within the walls of a school or a university. But the reality is that learning never truly ends. The most successful and fulfilled people in the world are those who understand that education is not just about degrees and certificates. It is a lifelong process. Every day presents an opportunity to expand your knowledge, develop new skills, and grow into a better version of yourself. The key is to cultivate a mindset that is open to continuous learning, regardless of age, profession, or background. The world is constantly evolving. New technologies emerge, industries shift, and the way we communicate and interact with each other changes over time. If you stop learning, you risk falling behind. However, if you make a conscious effort to educate yourself every day, you remain adaptable and prepared for whatever comes your way. Whether it's picking up a new language, staying updated on global events, or simply developing a deeper understanding of yourself and those around you, every bit of knowledge contributes to your personal and professional growth. Learning is not limited to formal education. Some of the most valuable lessons come from real-life experiences, conversations, and even failures. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to learn something new. When you approach life with curiosity and a willingness to grow, you begin to see setbacks not as obstacles but as stepping stones towards success. Mistakes become lessons and experiences, good or bad, become teachers. In today's digital age, access to knowledge is easier than ever. Books, podcasts, online courses, and documentaries are at your fingertips. There is no excuse for not learning when information is so readily available. The only thing that stands in your way is your mindset. The people who continuously educate themselves don't wait for opportunities to come to them. They seek them out. They ask questions, they challenge their own beliefs, and they remain students of life. Another important aspect of lifelong learning is self-awareness. Educating yourself isn't just about acquiring external knowledge. It's also about understanding who you are. Emotional intelligence, self-reflection, and personal development are just as important as academic or professional knowledge. When you take the time to educate yourself about your own strengths, weaknesses, and passions, you gain clarity about what you truly want in life. This awareness allows you to make better decisions, build stronger relationships, and lead with confidence. The beauty of lifelong learning is that it keeps life exciting. When you're constantly growing, you never feel stuck. There is always something new to explore, something to improve, and something to look forward to. The most successful people in the world didn't get to where they are by staying stagnant. They got there by continuously learning, adapting, and pushing themselves beyond their limits. So make it a habit to educate yourself every day. Read a page of a book, listen to a thought-provoking podcast, engage in meaningful conversations, or simply observe the world around you with curiosity. Every small effort adds up, shaping you into a person who is not only knowledgeable, but also wise, adaptable, and truly unstoppable. Knowledge is one of the most powerful assets a person can possess. Unlike material wealth, which can be lost, stolen, or spent, knowledge stays with you forever. It is the one thing that no one can take away from you, and it has the ability to transform your life in ways that nothing else can. The more you learn, the more confident and capable you become, and the better equipped you are to face life's challenges. Knowledge empowers you to think critically, make informed decisions, and take control of your own destiny. In a world that is constantly changing, those who seek knowledge continuously are the ones who stay ahead. The ability to learn and adapt is crucial, especially in a time where technology, industries, and global affairs evolve rapidly. What worked yesterday may not work tomorrow, and the only way to stay relevant is to keep learning. When you commit to educating yourself, you gain an edge over others who remain stagnant. Knowledge helps you anticipate changes, seize opportunities, and navigate challenges with confidence. It is not just about learning facts. It is about understanding how to use information effectively to make a difference in your life and the lives of others. Beyond personal success, knowledge is also a source of independence. When you are well informed, you are less likely to be manipulated or misled. You can form your own opinions instead of relying on what others tell you. You develop the ability to question, analyze, and see beyond the surface. This is especially important in today's world where misinformation spreads easily. Educating yourself allows you to think critically and separate truth from falsehood. It enables you to stand up for yourself and for what you believe in, making you a more empowered and confident individual. Knowledge also builds resilience. Life is unpredictable and challenges are inevitable. However, when you are knowledgeable, you are better prepared to handle difficulties. You learn problem-solving skills, gain insights from history and experiences, and develop a mindset that is solution-oriented rather than fear-driven. Every lesson you learn, whether from books, experiences, or other people, strengthens your ability to persevere. The more you know, the less fear you have, because knowledge replaces uncertainty with understanding. Furthermore, knowledge opens doors. The more you learn, the more opportunities come your way, whether in your career, relationships, or personal growth. Being knowledgeable makes you valuable. People are drawn to those who have insight, wisdom, and a deep understanding of the world. Opportunities often go to those who have taken the time to educate themselves and develop expertise. Knowledge is a currency that holds value in every situation, giving you access to possibilities that others may never experience. To harness the power of knowledge, you must actively seek it. Read, ask questions, explore new ideas, and never settle for what you already know. Stay curious, stay open-minded, and never stop learning. When you embrace knowledge as a lifelong pursuit, you empower yourself to create the life you want, one filled with confidence, wisdom, and limitless potential. Growth begins where comfort ends. The human mind is naturally wired to seek safety, predictability, and routine. But real transformation happens when you step beyond what feels familiar. It is easy to stay in a space where everything is known, where challenges are minimal, and where failure is unlikely. But that kind of comfort, while tempting, can also be a trap. It keeps you from reaching your full potential, from discovering new possibilities, and from truly evolving into the person you are meant to be. When you challenge yourself to step outside your comfort zone, you open yourself up to new experiences, skills, and perspectives. Every time you push your limits, you expand your mind and develop the confidence to face the unknown. The first time you do something unfamiliar, it feels uncomfortable. You might doubt yourself. You might even want to quit. But discomfort is a sign of growth. It means you are stretching, learning, and becoming stronger. With time, what once felt impossible becomes second nature, and what once scared you becomes part of your expertise. Fear often holds people back from taking risks or trying new things. The fear of failure, rejection, or looking foolish can make it tempting to stay in familiar territory. But the reality is that failure is not the enemy, stagnation is. Every successful person has failed at some point. What sets them apart is that they didn't let failure define them. Instead, they used it as a lesson, a stepping stone toward improvement. The people who grow the most in life are not the ones who avoid mistakes, but the ones who learn from them. Every challenge you take on, even if you fail at first, gives you valuable experience and makes you stronger. Another powerful aspect of stepping out of your comfort zone is that it changes your mindset. When you expose yourself to new environments, different cultures, and unfamiliar situations, your perspective broadens. You start to see the world differently. You develop empathy, understanding, and creativity. You learn that there are multiple ways to approach a problem, and that there is always something new to discover. People who take risks and embrace new experiences often find themselves more adaptable, more open-minded, and more capable of handling change. Growth is a choice. It requires courage. It requires action. It requires the willingness to be uncomfortable even when every instinct tells you to retreat. But the rewards are worth it. The more you push yourself beyond your limits, the more confident you become in your ability to handle challenges. You begin to trust yourself more. You begin to believe in your own potential. And once you realize that you are capable of more than you ever imagined, nothing can hold you back. So take that step, have that conversation, try something new, challenge yourself. Because the moment you step outside your comfort zone, you step into a world of limitless possibilities. And in that world, growth is inevitable, success is attainable, and the best version of yourself is waiting to be discovered. Every great achievement begins with a simple habit: learning something new every day. Growth does not happen overnight, nor is success built on occasional efforts. It is the result of consistent improvement, the kind that comes from making learning a daily practice. When you commit to educating yourself every day, you are investing in your future, expanding your knowledge and developing the skills that will set you apart. No matter how small the effort may seem, every piece of information, every new perspective, and every lesson learned contributes to shaping you into a wiser, more capable version of yourself. Learning does not have to be a formal process. It can happen in the simplest ways. Reading a chapter of a book, watching an informative video, engaging in a thought-provoking conversation, or even observing the world around you. The key is to stay curious and open-minded. When you train yourself to see every moment as an opportunity to grow, you start to recognize how much there is to learn. Every person you meet knows something you don't. Every situation, whether good or bad, carries a lesson. Every mistake teaches resilience, and every challenge forces you to think in new ways. One of the biggest advantages of committing to daily learning is that it keeps your mind sharp and adaptable. The world is changing rapidly, and those who continue to learn are the ones who stay ahead. Knowledge is a powerful tool that helps you make better decisions, solve problems more effectively, and navigate life with confidence. The more you learn, the more prepared you are for opportunities. Many people wait for success to come to them, but those who actively educate themselves create their own success by being ready when opportunities arise. Continuous learning also builds discipline and consistency. When you make a habit of expanding your knowledge daily, you develop a mindset that values growth. This discipline spills over into other areas of life, making you more determined, focused, and goal-oriented. It is easy to become complacent, to assume that what you already know is enough. But real progress happens when you challenge yourself to go beyond your current limits. The most successful people in the world are lifelong learners, constantly evolving, constantly improving, and constantly seeking new ways to grow. Perhaps the most beautiful part of daily learning is that it brings fulfillment. There is a certain joy in discovering something new, in seeing your own progress, and in knowing that every day you are becoming a better version of yourself. Learning enriches your life, makes you more interesting, and allows you to contribute more to the world around you. It opens doors, builds confidence, and most importantly, empowers you to take control of your own growth. So, make a commitment to yourself. Learn something new every day. It doesn't matter how small or simple it is. What matters is that you keep moving forward. Stay curious, stay open, and never stop growing. Because the moment you stop learning, you stop evolving, and life is too full of possibilities to ever stop discovering what you are truly capable of.